Don't Look Up? So, Adam McKay, you fat bastard, made a new movie. And his previous two films were pretty good. I liked them a lot. Vice, that was a great movie. Probably never see it again, but it was a great movie. The Big Short, probably never see it again. Not rewatchable movies, but still really good. And he made the housing market crash in 2008 entertaining. And he made Dick Cheney entertaining. So he knows how to make boring things entertaining. Now he's doing something else. He's making something entertaining. But first, like, subscribe. I'm filming this on New Year's Eve. So, New Year. Hopefully this channel can get to 10,000. That is the goal. And we have a good time. I just want to make this the thing I do. Then me and my brother were doing things. We just want to make this the thing, man. The thing, man. Anyways, my thoughts on the movie. Negatives. The editing is goofy. There is weird freeze frame things. I know he addressed it. I haven't seen it. But I don't know if they were supposed to be funny or him and the editor were just like, oh, let's edit this thing, man. It's chopping things up. It reminded me of in It Chapter 2 when they had that weird, like, 2-second, he's puking in the kid's face and some, like, rock music comes on. Weird editing decisions like that. So the editing is goofy. That's about it. I really like this movie. I kind of love this movie in a way. Again, another movie I don't think I'll watch twice because I don't think he makes rewatchable movies. That's his big flaw as a filmmaker. But it was about if a impending thing was about to happen, how we would react to it as a very bipartisan country that bleeds out into the rest of the world, but very much this country. And he said it was talking about climate change, but you can really put this with everything. Pretty much everything that exists now. The pandemic. Everything that exists applies in this movie. You have the right that they mock in a great way. Very obvious. You know, if you don't look up, you're not going to see the very obvious thing. Like climate change. You could easily go outside on a summer day and realize it was hotter than the last year. If you have memory, you realize every summer is getting hotter. Every winter is getting colder. And the seasons are changing. I'm in Florida. We barely have winter. But when we do have winter, it starts a little sooner. It is New Year's Eve. It isn't cold and hasn't been cold at all. It feels like summer. It's probably going to get cold like in February now. It's shifting around. And you would just notice that if you went outside. Blatantly obvious stuff. And then it makes fun of the left with you need to feed them information through celebrities and reality TV. So they have to feed the crowd information through Ariana Grande. Because they're all obsessed. They don't start anything. Every movement that they do, everything that they fight for, is created through hashtags and something going viral from someone famous. And that's how they know they have to do something. They're like, oh, we have to care about something? Who said it? Billie Eilish? Okay. Like that's how all their things that they fight for all come from famous people trickling down. And then that's when they start noticing stuff. If it's not viral, they're not moving. So it hits both sides really good. And I think that's why a lot of people are turned off by this movie. Like, some people love it, some people hate it. And I think it turns a lot of people off because it's making fun of you, the viewer. It's mocking you and how you react to things nowadays in this very bipartisan country. And I think that's great. I think it's great. It's a great, funny slap in the face. How even in our impending doom, we would still act the same way we act about everything else. And until it's too late. So I think it addressed its themes wonderfully. I think the acting was superb all across the board. Leo killed it. One of my favorite performances he's ever done. Meryl Streep, I don't see her in a lot of movies. She was phenomenal. Jennifer Lawrence was great. Super, super pretty. That girl was very good looking. I hate her in the X-Men movies. Hate her. Who's that fat guy? What the fuck's his name? Jonah Hill. So funny. He was so funny in this movie. Mark Rylance was creepy and weird, but he's these eccentric corporate CEOs that don't care about anyone or anything. They just think about succeeding in money. And yeah, the acting was outrageous. Everybody was a very distinct character. And it was very good. I think an element that could turn people off is that this movie, no one has a personal arc, really. They don't have that heavy of an arc. They kind of just exist to be the stressed out scientists in this situation. But They all had a lot of very memorable things about them. Jennifer Lawrence constantly talking about how the fact that this running gag of a general charging her for something free was so funny. And this movie ends perfectly. It has two endings, really. The ending to the main story, which is spot on. I'm like, that's exactly what would happen. And then another ending that's really, because I'm choking. That's just really funny. And very out of nowhere. Like, you never see the ending coming. So, overall, it's me an A-. Great stuff. Really liked it. It just lacks, I think, like all his movies lacks rewatchability. I never want to revisit any of his movies. But I think he makes some damn good movies. So, that's my thoughts on Don't Look Up.